The night the storm grew teeth, the Alvarez family had been through hurricanes before. Living along the Gulf Coast meant storm shutters, sandbags, and bottled water were as familiar as backyard barbecues. When meteorologists warned of a Category 3 hurricane, Miguel and Alina Alvarez did what they always did: prepared, but didn't panic. They boarded the windows, stocked the pantry, filled bathtubs with water, and kept flashlights lined up on the kitchen counter. Their children, Sofia 9 and Mateo 5, helped gather blankets and toys. Elena's mother, Rosa, had just come to visit, her back still tender from a recent fall. At 85, she moved slowly, leaning heavily on her cane, but she reassured everyone with her quiet voice. "I've seen storms fiercer than this. We'll be fine." But overnight, the storm shifted gears. By dawn, the forecasts were grim. The system had exploded into a Category 5 monster, its eye barreling straight for their town. Miguel's heart sank as he listened to the radio crackle. "This is no longer survivable outdoors. Treat this as life-threatening. If you are not in reinforced shelter, move now." The Alvarez home was sturdy, built of brick and steel. But it wasn't designed for a direct hit from the most violent winds on Earth. Evacuation was no longer possible. The highways had become rivers of headlight the night before, and now gale-force gusts already lashed the streets. By late afternoon, the storm was upon them. The windows screamed under the pressure. Sofia covered Mateo's ears, while Alina whispered stories to distract them, her own voice shaking. The power cut out with a violent pop, plunging the house into darkness. The walls shuddered as if a giant had grabbed the house and rattled it like a toy. Miguel guided his family into the narrow hallway, their designated safe zone, away from windows. They pressed close together, 5 humans and 1 trembling old dog, who wouldn't leave Rosa's side. Then came the sound no one forgets, a deep freight train roar that swallowed every other noise. The roof creaked, nails groaning like screams. A deafening crack shook the house. Part of the garage had torn away. Rosa clutched her daughter's hand. "Don't worry about me. Keep the children safe." But Miguel wasn't about to leave her. He dragged mattresses into the hall, creating a makeshift bunker, and carefully helped Rosa lie flat, shielding her fragile back with pillows. Water began seeping under the doors, rising to their ankles. Sofia cried when her stuffed rabbit floated away. Miguel realized the house might not hold much longer. Then, suddenly, silence. The wind stopped. Miguel knew they had maybe 30 minutes before the other side hit, worse than the first. The roof wouldn't survive round 2. They had to make a choice: stay and risk collapse, or move during the brief calm. He made the call. "We're going to the school, 2 blocks over. It's the emergency shelter. Hold hands and don't let go." Rosa's eyes widened. "Then I'll carry you." They stepped into the eerie calm of the eye. The sky above a swirling ring of gray. Branches and power lines littered the streets. Miguel hoisted Rosa onto his back, ignoring the searing strain in his muscles. Alina gripped both children's hands, pulling them through puddles that licked at their knees. As they reached the school, the first gusts of the storm's backside returned, feral and relentless. A shelter worker shoved the doors open just as the winds regained their fury. They stumbled inside, seconds before debris slammed against the building like cannon fire. Aftermath: by dawn, the storm was gone. The Alvarez home was half destroyed, roof gone, garage crumpled, furniture drowned. But they were alive. In the days that followed, as neighbors emerged from hiding, the story spread of the father who carried his injured mother-in-law through the eye of a Category 5 hurricane to safety. "You always were stubborn," Miguel and Sofia, clutching her waterlogged rabbit, whispered to her little brother. "Daddy carried us all." The Alvarez family would rebuild, scarred but unbroken. Because when the storm grew teeth, they chose each other, and survived.